Putin Bad News Ukraine's nuclear time bomb is counting down. As Ukraine begins its counteroffensive against the Russian invaders, the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant will likely be in the middle of intense fighting. Putin's constant threat to Europe's largest nuclear power plant may be the worst aspect of his war on Ukraine. There is a nuclear time bomb at the Zaporizhzhia plant. It could become the worst nuclear catastrophe since Chernobyl if an accident, attack, or sabotage causes it. As Ukraine readies its counteroffensive, tensions are rising because of the likely intensity of the fighting that will occur near the nuclear site. Ukraine's state-owned nuclear power plant operator, Energoatom, has issued a warning that the facility is on the verge of a nuclear and radiation accident. As far as the IAEA is concerned, the facility is extremely vulnerable. According to British media outlet Sky News, workers at the facility expressed concern that the fighting could lead to the release of radioactive gases that could cause devastation across much of Europe, Russia, and the Mediterranean. The danger is not the same as that of Hiroshima or Nagasaki. Radioactive particles could be released in plumes that could travel hundreds or thousands of miles if any of the plant's thousands of fuel rods melted down and released hydrogen gas, which would then explode. Consider the nuclear Hindenburg. More than 3,300 spent fuel assemblies are in dry storage away from the reactors, and almost 2,000 are in pools, in addition to the hundreds of tons of fuel in the 6 nuclear reactors on site. The grand total of nuclear material is 2,200 tons. Most of this fuel is at a high temperature. It requires continuous cooling. If the power goes out, the pumps can't move the water, and the fuel rods will overheat and explode. Since Vladimir Putin invaded Ukraine on April 14, electricity to the plant has been cut off 7 times, most recently on May 6. Until power was restored, the water system was kept running by backup generators. However, even when properly maintained, these generators have a limited useful life of just a few days. Zaporizhzhia's survival has been a constant source of concern for me and other experts for months. You can sever that rope in the following way. 1. The power goes out because of the fighting around the plant. Since the next Ukrainian offensive will probably aim to advance across the Dnipro River and drive Russian occupying forces out of the Zaporizhzhia region, this is the most likely outcome. An employee expressed concern to Sky News that the backup generators were not being adequately serviced. Like at Chernobyl and 3 Mile Island, an accident could be triggered by human error. The workforce has decreased from around 11,000 to around 3,500 since Russia occupied the plant in March 2022. The situation is even worse now that the quality of the workers is lower because the qualified staff left, as one employee put it. Presently, there is a deficit of workers for repairs who can actually do the servicing and fix problems. The pools could be drained or the concrete domes protecting the reactors could be destroyed if Russia launched a deliberate attack on them. Despite the low probability of a Ukrainian attack, Russia has amassed a large number of military vehicles and munitions at the plant. Still, accidents do happen in war, and a stray missile or shell could destroy a vital node. Russia could sabotage the plant, which is a possibility. It's possible that the Russian military will purposefully destroy the plant to slow or stop the Ukrainian advance. Reports suggest Russia may have planted explosives near vital nuclear components at the site, but this has not been verified. Mass evacuations have begun in Russia's vicinity of the plant. IAEA Director General Rafael Mariano Grossi told the UN Security Council on May 30 that, "We are fortunate that a nuclear accident has not yet occurred. We're taking chances, and if we keep this up, we'll eventually lose."